Anand Ranganathan, apologies, I've never made you wait so long, but today, special circumstances simply because everybody is saying brand Modi is actually sinking. Says who? Parties that have lost their previous elections in the Lok Sabha, parties that have lost their previous elections in assembly elections. And they say they'll come together and they're going to defeat Narendra Modi. With that agenda, do you think they're looking for success?
Good evening, Navika. It's been half an hour and you're absolutely right. You know, you've prevented me. It's almost as if you kept Mysore Park in front of me, but there was a glass window and I just could not, extend my hand.
Steam bhaturas and cholas coming your way very shortly.
Bhaturas, yes. So, and I've been listening to this very enchanting debate. I hope my fellow panelists would give me courtesy of 2 minutes of uninterrupted time. First of all, for a very long time, after a very long time, I do agree with my good friend Dr. Sanjay Jha. Even I have seen that very disturbing video of hate where in Jammu, a Hindu boy has been thrashed senseless by 2 Muslim teachers just for him scribbling Jai Shri Ram on the blackboard. And there is a Twitterati Tweeple, a Hawkeye, who has a very disturbing thread of dozens of instances where Hindu school children have been beaten senseless for sporting a tilak or for wearing a bindi or for kalava. So this kind of hate, Sanjay is absolutely right, has permeated. Hatred for Modi has now transmogrified into hatred for Hindus and hatred for India. For how long will this go on? So I applaud Sanjay for talking about this hateful thing or Hindu phobia. Now, coming back to this issue of who against Modi? Navika, this kind of clamor for, as the word you use, captain of India, is almost like clamor for being the captain of Titanic. But let's be very honest, if it was a presidential type of election, then the contest is over because Modi would have won hands down. There would have been no one on the other side, or anyone on the other side would have been defeated. But we do not follow the presidential election. So is there going to be a candidate? And the short and sweet answer to that is that the India alliance has wisened up. And my prediction is that unless each of these parties go and declare independently who their candidate is going to be, because it is, as Sohail correctly put it, it is not an alliance but coming together of vituperatively disagreeing parties just so that they can defeat Modi. They are not going to accept any other candidate except their own. So the end result would be that there would be no one other than Modi on the other side. Now, final point I'd like to make, and this is where it becomes very important as to how do you beat anti-incumbency? Do you beat it simply by rhetoric, or do you beat it by distributing 113 million toilets and 170 million cylinders and millions of Ayushman Bharat cards, and making sure that even in a small, hitherto inaccessible state like Tripura, the BJP increases its vote share from 1 to 40% because it increases the tap water connections from 3 to 56%. That is how you win elections. But I have to end by saying this, Navika, just 30 seconds. I don't know about India Alliance or BJP, but I am despondent about India winning without the dots. And I'll tell you why. Because for every anti-national decision that Modi has taken, and I can count the many anti-national decisions Modi has taken, the opposition has supported Modi in them. For example, lack of privatization, the opposition doesn't want privatization. For example, repealing of farm reforms. It was the biggest anti-national decision in independent India that Modi took, and the opposition was for the repeal of farm reforms. So every time BJP flounders and take an anti-national decision, the opposition supports it. So what kind of opposition is this?